Daktari, a quick one. This is season 3. Season 3, 1, 2, 3 of Daktari, a quick one. And there is no better way to kick it off than my guest today. My guest today has a profile from here, around the world, to Jupiter, then ikarudi Venus kidogo, ikaenda Mars. It's all over. It's amazing. And it's very inspiring to me because he's most of the things I've always wanted to do. Like he's been an actor. Najua mimi nilikuwa nataka kuwa actor. That was the dream before medicine in tech. But this guy has done it. He's an actor. Believe it or not, he has been a preacher. Yani ni paasi venye unamwona hivi. Isitoshe, he's a medical doctor, a humanitarian. Yani he has done a lot and is still doing more. And those are the kinds of profiles we want on Daktari Quick One, and that's why hatutawacha kuwa invite. And he is kicking off our third season. And on the third season, kumbuka, we are also doing the Dako Awards. So usikose kuja on the 20th of February. In the meantime, Dr. David Wasambula.
Thank you.
Wasambula.
Yes.
Hey, karibu.
Asante.
Ulisambula nini?
What is your paka leo?
Ujui yenye ulisambula? Ulipata tu ni do you know what it means?
Kungoa kitu.
Kubomoa.
Yes.
Yeah, karibu sana to Daktari ya Quick One. We've been planning this a long time, man.
It's been a minute.
Was
it last year?
It was last year huko katikati.
Yes.
You were like, you're here, you're not here.
Nikikuja najipata nimerudi mission.
Yes. But karibu.
Thank you.
At least you're here now. Yeah. And we're in by the way, we've never shot in this studio. We've always had rights to shoot here, but we've never had a chance. And Dr. David is the first guest here.
My chance.
Umelaunch. So karibu sana.
Thank you so much.
Sasa unasema unatoka mission. Mission gani hizi? Mission za kupreach. Unajua wewe profile yako ni mingi. So kusema mission ni mission ya kupreach.
Umesema profile ni kubwa.
Niko na
shanga watakumea dread pia.
Dread nayo ayo hapana.
Ama tuache kwa ndevu.
Tuache kandevu kadogo hapa. Unajua mimi kuna shida fulani nywele kimea kidogo mazee nasikia. Kuna madandra.
Unavumilia tu.
Vumilia. So nyoa sasa mwoshangi kichwa for 1 year.
Ndio sema tuoshangi. Si waosha bwana.
Unaosha aje?
Hili kwa ni vako.
Mnaoshanga?
Tunaosha. Siku hizi si waosha.
Au siku hizi.
Tuliacha kunuka kama layo.
Zile mao hizo mliacha.
Tuliacha.
So unaosha kila siku.
Labda nakuchocha lakini usiambie mtu.
Sio sikuamini.
Hawajasikia.
Karibu sana doc kwa Madrid.
Asante.
I saw another doc today. I met another registrar today. He also has some zinaitwa sio kama ndio baby locks. Unajua mnakuangana mawali zenyu tu. Kuna ameanza tu dread. Boys ameanza
bado fupi.
Bado fupi. Nashangaa hakuna ile stereotype patient natibiwaje na daktari yako na
umesema stereotype. Nimekumbuka juzi kuna jamaa anaitwa ni beshte yangu. Anajiita wakili timam. He's a biker, so I'm kind of a biker kiasi.
So, you're also a biker. Oh my god.
Sina bike lakini I'm a biker without a bike. Nilipala helmet too. So the guy writes me usually like 3 days ago. Daktari, what's your registration number? Nikajua he's a lawyer, so nikadhani labda kuna kitu he wants to sue me or something. Nikampa namba, nikamwambia endo angalia. Akasema because someone had asked him, someone saw my photo on the back of the book. Akaniona Facebook. Na hizi malocks. Akasema usi.
How is it daktari?
And the guy was like, I'm sorry, not a doctor, maybe tu ni kujichocha. Then akaingia kwa system yake NPDU. Akapata. He's like, I'm so sorry, I apologize to you.
Yeah, there's always been the stereotype of how a doctor should appear, should look like.
Kama wewe. Welcome tena, karibu by suti lakini
kidogo
ilibaki kwa kiti.
Na tai. Wewe unajua mimi sisi tukiwa med school our dean Dr. Professor Ogendo angekubali kwa ward down bila tai.
Hata sisi baadaye internship. Ungebatai lazima.
Internship.
Yes.
I mean, I don't know. I think times changing.
Times are changing. They're changing. Okay, I would not say they're changing that fast in Kenya or in Africa for that matter. But in the humanitarian world, it's changed kabisa. Yeah, huko nobody cares. As long as they need your brains and your expertise. Nobody's worried about how your hair looks like.
Unajua dread inaweza kuwa imefunikia brains hazitoki vizuri.
Akili ni nywele.
Kumbuka akili ni nywele. Hao kusema refu.
Kuna akili.
Na kusema ni za wapi.
Na wasa kuna vifaa. By the way, ni kweli.
Hakusema ni nywele za watu.
Basi kila mtu akona nywele kila pahali.
But kila mtu akona akili.
Sawa.
So karibu sana Doc.
Thanks so much.
You mentioned humanitarian, so that's just one of the many hats. So biker, umeongeza biker. I don't think we'll even have time to go into that today.
Another time. Yes.
Let's start with humanitarian. What does it mean to be humanitarian? Sisi wengine we are animatarian.
So humanitarian basically is just, I would say in simple terms, providing service to humanity, but providing it to the most vulnerable. In places where they would not have access to healthcare services on a day-to-day basis, or the healthcare services are overwhelmed. So overwhelmed would be like Ebola,
or the pandemics.
Pandemics vitu kama hizo, like COVID vile ilikuwa. So you find that you're not able to cope, as a system cannot cope with those situations.
With the demands, the healthcare demands.
Exactly, yes. So there's more vulnerability, of course. And that's when you have to kick in the humanitarian part of the medical field, or generally the humanitarian part of a response, to be able to provide that extra service.
So how do you get into that? Like, sasa mimi nikisikia tu, Uganda kuna Ebola, do I just wake up and go?
No.
Doctor nimekuja sasa nasikia mko na Ebola.
Rudi kwanza. Hapo Busia tukuangalia kidogo.
How does it go?
For me, I would say it's just been basically applications on the web. So there's Relief Web, which is a good platform. It's
Relief Web,
yes. It's the biggest platform, I guess, for humanitarian work. So most of the jobs was natangazwa hapo. I say most because not all of them are there. So that has been my main source of getting jobs, humanitarian work.
Relief Web. Hebu muangalie those emos out here who
want to do,
who want and it's made you travel. You know, I was by the Daktari is an author and he's written a very good book which we'll talk about.
Thank you.
I was reading through your book and you've been everywhere.
Well, not everywhere, but I've been places.
Okay, you know when you've been to all the continents, you've been everywhere.
Yeah, almost.
Gani ujaenda?
Nasijana pale mingi.
Australia bado. South America.
US bado.
Hujafika US?
Sijafika
wewe hujaenda.
Nimefika Kirigiti. Nimefika UK huko Kino. Na hiyo UK ya ukweli pia.
That's good. Yes. So the humanitarian aspect, the jobs you do, this one umesema ni provide healthcare where it's
yes, for me it's providing healthcare in places where they're either no longer accessible or difficult to access for populations. And either because of war, maybe random things like even mambo kama flooding, where now people cannot access normal healthcare, then we bring it to them. Earthquakes, yes.
Like so, the zinaitwangaje hizo they're not called pandemic, they're all called disasters,
yes. General disasters, yes. And then of course conflict.
Conflict
conflict vitu kama Ukraine, Gaza and the like, South Sudan, there are areas where it's a bit hot at the moment, but generally it's not so bad. So I've been in those kinds of places.
So let me ask you, of all those places you've been providing these doctor services, and you're there as a doctor, right?
Yes, as a doctor.
Which one would you say was your favorite or your most exciting? Ile ukaulizwa yani I want to go back.
It's difficult to say I want to go back with excitement because I would say, unfortunately, all the missions I've done, I've not done very many missions, but the missions I've done have been quite dangerous. Yeah, because Ebola, it was just one mistake away and I would have been gone. With the 80% mortality rate, I would not have made it. So Ebola was crazy, and that was my first humanitarian mission I went for internationally.
That's the first?
Yeah, 2014 to 2017, Liberia and Sierra Leone. So that was the first.
You were thrown into the
fire. Yes. And that one I went into it eyes open. Because it was at a time when I needed a job. So I was applying. I forgot to say, Google generally is also a place where people just go. So that's what I did with Ebola. I just Googled and looked for Ebola jobs. Literally, I just typed in Ebola jobs. Anything that came up that had
you applied.
Medical, clinical, Ebola, I was just applying. Whether it was IPC, infection prevention and control, it was WASH, it was clinical care, I would just apply for everything. Eventually, I went in as a medical coordinator with the IOM. International Organization for Migration, yes. Yes. So
that was your first one in Liberia?
In Liberia. And it was scary. Because even before we left, there were those rumors on the internet about the bodies becoming zombies. So by November 2014, everybody was worried that something would happen. And you see now, internet sometimes can really lie to you because you think it's true since you haven't seen it. Of course, we know zombies are not real. But the fear of they might just wake up. And then the stories of, it's West Africa. Witchcraft. So they use them to go and toil the land, so they maybe wake them up and you meet them walking in the streets going to the farm.
So for you actively looked for this job because the way I understand such jobs, these are jobs that most people really shy away from.
Yes.
But you actively wanted to work in Ebola?
I actively went looking for it. Not that I knew what it meant. I needed a job. So I had been applying for almost 2 years. There's a time I was out of a job for 2 years. And it was getting so tough that I couldn't just sit at home and do nothing. It was also about the period when I was also actively on TV, but very broke.
You are a broke celebrity.
Very broke.
Unajua ma celebrity unaonanga huku nje alafu unasikia yeye anasijui anakuwa auction nini.
Si wengi wanayo pesa tunaona. When you see us on screen we look like we're very well put together. There's a nice costume designer who has given a nice costume. On TV you look good. Huku nje, you walk into a place and you fuliza, people think you have money. It's not for all. It's not for all, but it's I think the majority of
But you know now when you're a celeb you have to keep up an appearance.
Exactly. It's that appearance part that's the problem. So that's when I told myself I won't keep up appearances. I'm broke. I need to pay rent. I need to pay school fees for my kids. I need to basically live. So I had to make a decision.
You already had a family at that time?
I had a family, yes. I was already married and I had 2 children by then. Now they are 3. So
now we are beginning to calculate your age. 2014 ulikuwa na watoto wawili.
Tuseme tu I'm done half a century.
Half a century.
I'm 50 going to 51.
Wow.
Yes.
And you've lived life, Daktari. I was reading through a book.
Quite a bit.
You have lived life. I mean, talking about being on TV, as I was growing up, I also, as I said on the intro, I really used to like acting. Like I was drawn to television. And that's something I used to look at and like, I don't know, I'd want to do that. So I was very keen. And there was that advert that I only realized a few days ago that was you. Yes. that very cheeky watchy who just hangs the torch on a string and then and I rotate.
And goes to bed.
That was the funniest part.
Thank you.
That was you.
That was me.
Insist on the longer-lasting battery. Ever ready. Shika Paka Power.
Ini mwaka gani?
That was 2003. End of 2003 when we shot it, and then it was released around December 2003, and it ran up to 2005. Yes.
Wow.
Interestingly, when it was released, I didn't have a TV, so I didn't know it was released. So
you didn't know?
I had no idea.
You didn't know you were on TV being played every day?
I had no idea. So it is patients who made me know in Meru.
Oh, in Meru.
When I was an intern.
This time you're already a doctor.
I was a doctor. So I think I had mentioned to you, I had quit medicine because I graduated in 2002 in Russia. Came back. I made the colossal mistake because in Russia we studied in Russian. So basically, after 8 years of being in Russia and studying in just that language, my English was suffering. And I didn't realize how bad it was until I went for the exam. So there's a pre, about the
pre-internship that you have to do if you've trained
outside. So went for the exam. I remember KNH sitting in one of the halls, on the halls that go up. So I'm sitting there and I'm wondering what are these words on this page? Because I couldn't understand. Multiple choice questions. And I remember very specific. It was paracetamol alleviates fever, yes or no.
You're wondering what is alleviate?
What is alleviate? I thought paracetamol reduces fever. So it means alleviate cannot be. There's elevate, alleviate. So this must be the opposite. I just ticked yes. I think that was the only answer I got.
That's the only one you got.
If I'm not sure, the rest I could not understand. We went for practicals, we went for oral. I had no way. I would get the question. I had to translate it from English to Russian, understand it.
In your head?
In my head. Problem is now translating it back to English was a problem. I failed miserably. And I decided I'm done with the medicine and I quit.
But that's after 8 years. You said you were in Russia for 8.
8 years, yes. I told myself, you know what?
They didn't have because I've talked to doctors who trained in Russia. I mean, I've talked to Dr. Renske, I've talked to Dr. Rain. I don't know if you know any of them. Rain is very, very popular on social media. And they trained in Russia, and I think if I remember correctly, I think they had an English version. They had to go to train in Russia.
There were a few universities that had English, but that maybe now I think as the years progressed, they began getting more English speaking teachers, and so that chance is much wider now. But 1994 to 2002, when I was there were very few teachers who spoke English. So we had to actually do the language for the first year, and then now go into the medical school. After you qualify and have a certificate that you can speak Russian, then you join. Otherwise, you not understand anything. There was no English speaking.
So miaka 8 wewe uzungumze
8 years I was just speaking.
No English, no Swahili.
No Swahili with my friends. With your
friends.
Yeah, so colleagues. Yeah, so we'd speak Kiswahili, Sheng, English, Russian in the same thing. When I came back, I would speak a whole sentence that had all those 4 languages.
So my mom was like,
"Atumesema nini?" And then I repeat, she's like, no, kuna vitu umesema hapo sijaelewa. I understood the Kiswahili part, the English part, Sheng sijaelewa sana. But kuna wengine umesema hapo ni kama Russian. I'm like, pole.
Because now, because of your friends, that's what you're used to.
That was our Sheng in Russian.
Yeah,
because we now combine whatever languages.
So venye ulifanya exam ikakataa mazee ukasema?
Niligonga mawe nikasema acha hata medicine sikuwa napenda. I loved acting from primary school. From primary school, I was in Toy Primary, so I did
Toy Primary.
There. Went to high school, St. Mary's Yala. I was still doing acting.
Oh, you were in St. Mary's?
Yeah, I was in St.
Did you play
Mary's.
rugby?
I tried
rugby. You were so good at rugby.
Tried rugby, got injured. My father wrote a letter to the school and told them I must never play rugby. He believed rugby was for weed smokers. So he told me, I will smoke weed eventually if I play rugby. So
even if you're not smoking now, eventually. It's always, we always wonder, for you Rastafarians, do you like reggae, then grow the dreads, or do the dreads come, and then when you have dreads, now you start liking reggae and weed?
For me, it was reggae.
It was reggae fast.
The locks came. The weed hasn't come yet.
Oh, the weed, you're still waiting.
So who knows? Yeah, I'm only 50.
You're only 50, you're very young.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
and you don't even look 50 anyway.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you very much.
In the gym. Inabidi hata sasa tuingie gym.
Labda kiasi nasaidia. Na kukunywa maji mingi.
Maji.
Hiyo theory ya maji labda inafanya kazi.
Siamini. Anyway, so yes. So you were telling me that
I quit medicine. I went into acting. So I just went to National Theatre. I just walked in National Theatre. I was looking for anybody, any play, anyone doing a play, looking for a job. I just walking and so kuna space, kuna play gani nafanyika saizi, can I join? But then my main focus that time was comedy mime. I kind of not majored academically, but I was a good mime artist.
Mime?
Charlie Chaplin, quiet, silent comedy.
Really?
Yes, so that's what I was doing for many years, even in Russia. That's what got me into professional comedy in Russia.
You did professional comedy?
Yes, I was a professional actor in Russia.
Oh, you are?
Yes, so because of the language, I spoke it very well, and so I was able to script with them. And then mime was
you're good with language.
Yes.
Actors usually are.
I speak about 5, 6, 7
nice.
Yes. So I was able to speak clearly. I was able to write in Russian and script, create comedy. And then mime was a rare thing. So doing mime plus dance plus that plus martial arts all put together helped.
So it gave you like a wide...
I was quite a holistic kind of way of doing my comedy. So that got me into professional acting. So when I came back, I'm like, you know what, I didn't even like medicine. Because I never wanted medicine from the very beginning. It's my dad who forced me to go into medicine.
Forced?
Yes.
Literally? Huyu mwenye alikwambia usicheze ruji?
Alikuwa anajua tu profession ni medicine.
Is he a doctor himself?
He was a physiotherapist. He passed away. He passed away.
Oh, sorry.
I think he was a physiotherapist. He was the head of physiotherapy in KNH in Kenya for quite a long time before he retired and passed away. So he wanted at least one doctor. That's what he said. He wanted at least one doctor in the house. Elder siblings had refused. We had clinical officers. We had
in the family
nurses. Yes, we had physiotherapists, but no doctor. So he told us when we were still young, my younger sister and I, he wanted a doctor. So he said, you two will become doctors. And we were like, it was sour. Then we realized, doctor needs sciences. And I was like, I don't want to be a doctor. So I fought it, but eventually it found me. Because even going to Russia was not a choice. It was chosen for me.
Your dad said, so
he had passed away.
Oh, by that time?
By that time. He passed away before I finished Form 4.
Oh.
So by the time I finished Form 4, he was gone. Only my mom was alive. But he had told everybody in the world that he knew that he wanted his son to be a doctor. So you see, the African thing of honoring the dead.
No, he's dead.
So
you have to.
So somebody had to find a university for me.
Oh.
So I cleared high school 1993. So as we were waiting for intake and all that kind of stuff, suddenly one night I get a call from one of my cousins, an elder cousin. He also passed away, unfortunately, last year. And he's like, so I found a university for you. I'm like, which university? I haven't been called in yet. There's intake, but he's like, no, I found a university for you in Krasnodar. Krasno who? What is that?
Unashangaa huko ukipita Moyale
which part of
uende
Kenya
hivi
is that?
Wajia.
Krasno. Mimi najua Nairobi, Siaya, Kisumu,
Mombasa sana.
Mombasa kama nikienda mbali. Ama again Kirigiti.
Kirigiti unapenda sana.
Atenye niliishi huko kiasi. Ama Athirivo kienda out of the country. So suddenly this guy is like, Krasnodar. Where is that? Russia. I'm like, to do what? He's like, medicine. Why? Why medicine and why? He said, no, your father said you will do medicine. I have found and I've registered you. He had not asked me. Then I'm like, you know what?
Already registered
who is paying the
you?
school fees? Yeah. Because my mom had retired. My mom was old by that time. So she's retired. So we don't have the income to be able to pay. I'm like, I'll play on that. He's like, no, your sister will pay for you. I'm like, which sister? Your elder sister. Does she know? He's like, no, but she will. So, assume he planned everything, registered me, called me, told me. Then he called my sister after 2 days and told her,
you will pay school fees.
Yeah, this guy has to go for medicine because our father, they'll call my dad their dad. Because our father said we must honor him. So he must go into medicine in honor of that. So she paid. I was like, damn. At least angekataa singeenda.
Angesema anadu. Angesema yodo ni mob.
Whichever way angekataa. Kukataa kaniuza. So anyway, that's how I got to Russia. That's how I got to do medicine, which I did not want. But I'm grateful because if I didn't do medicine, probably I would not be sitting here today in this place. Yeah. I would not be doing humanitarian work, which I love.
Which you love.
Yeah, which eventually, as I told you, I just applied one time and I got hooked. I got hooked by the impact it was doing.
By what? By the change you make.
By the change you can make.
No, if it wasn't you. By the way, one thing I've come to dislike really about practicing medicine as a young doctor is especially in outpatient. Oh my God. The private hospitals. You really feel underutilized.
Yes.
And you feel like what you're doing is not even relevant.
It's not relevant.
Because you'll do a 12-hour shift. And you've only seen like 2 genuinely sick patients. Or even 1.
The rest were just,
or even none. Yani, unaona mse sasa hii diarrhea singeisha tu. Like unge diarrhea, it's food poisoning. It would have gone away eventually.
So you ask yourself, all these years I studied to come and treat somebody.
But eventually when you find something that actually has impact, it's really addictive because it makes you feel nice.
Yeah. So that gratification is what I think hooked me, and I've stuck on. People ask me sometimes. Somebody asked me in Cairo during one training, security training. I was like, why do you do this? Why do you go to all these places? Because I was about to go to Gaza, so I was being trained prior to entering Gaza. So he was like, why do you go to these places? I'm like, well, somebody has to do it. And it seems I am one of those people who have to do it. But so, also having seen the impact and the results of what we do over time, I think just got me hooked to the idea of wanting to help more. And somehow I've just found myself over the years being drawn to these places. Sometimes I just get an email, someone saw my profile, and they're like, oh, Daktari, would you be interested in this job? And I'm like, yes, of course.
So when you say training, is this like combat training?
Not directly combat, but it's training safety and security in outside environment. So you're taken through what to expect. You'll
How
be
to run away.
how to run away, how to be on the lookout for landmines, be on the lookout for any signs of danger, and what to do, how to respond in such situations, and also how to provide care in a scenario where you're in the middle of a shootout, for example. So you're being shot, and there are people who actually, during the practical, people actually shooting overhead. Of course, they're blanks, but it's the idea of giving you that feel of if it actually happens in life, which has happened many times, what do you do? Do you freeze? Do you
So
fly?
as a doctor, do you get a gun?
No, you can't. Humanitarians do not carry guns unless they are military humanitarians. We don't.
So because
it beats the whole purpose of being a quote-unquote civilian health.
So there you're there for both sides.
Yes, you support both sides.
You don't choose sides.
You support the human being.
You don't care whether it's Palestine or Israel.
No. Whoever is injured, you're called to go and support. You support. We're supposed to be impartial. That's one of the principles of international humanitarian law.
Nice.
Yeah, impartial, non-biased. So you're supposed to be able to support anybody.
So you don't have an opinion on those things?
I do.
But it's yes.
I do. It's mine.
Not for sharing.
I do. It's mine and it's private. Yeah.